What is going on, Life Fitness Coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives Make Money on the Trainer podcast. It's your boy, B Mark, and in today's episode, I'm joined by my clients. And so every single week, what we do is we have a podcast called Podchats. Whereas if you are in the 10K Mastermind, you guys can come on to Podchats and you guys can ask me anything, and I will spend as much time as you need to deep dive and actually find the solution to your problem. Now, before we get into today's podcast, I just want to remind you guys that we do have an event coming up in September. If you guys haven't gotten your event tickets yet, I encourage you to go to ptdevent.com to secure your ticket. Again, that's ptdevent.com to secure your ticket. Out of curiosity, who from Podchats already has their ticket and is coming to the event? Well, we got Mel, we got Coach D, I like that. Coach Sammy, all the way from Australia, Australian Sammy, I love it. That was great. Ben Desmore, fantastic. Cool. All right, guys, without further ado, let's get right into it. I know that Devon, I don't know why your hand dropped, but I did see it up first. So what's going on, brother? How you doing?
That's good, man. I've been waiting for this call this week. So I definitely want to share a win to start off with some good momentum. So my goal was to hit 10K. So I passed 10K for a second time this month. So a second time back to back. So which is something I haven't done yet. So I'm super proud about that. So it's just kind of riding momentum right now, especially in the summer, which I'm happy about. Now, I have two questions. My first one is on a reel that's popped off on Instagram. So it's at 1.4 million, and it's a reel that's not giving actual value, but it's been kind of flowing. It is fitness related. So I got advice from Janelle to boost the reel for like about a week, but I did try to do that, and it gave me a message saying like, since the music is copyrighted, you can't boost the reel without the music.
Yep.
And then I try to choose a different song, but it's given me an error. It says like there's something wrong. So I don't really know how to navigate that. This is my first time kind of boosting a reel. So I was curious if you had any direction on how to navigate that.
So that reel that you posted, you won't be able to boost.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to boost a reel, what I would do if I were you is I would take that reel that you posted, I would post it again with a different sound that isn't copyrighted, and then you will be able to boost that one. Because I'm almost willing to bet that if you try to boost another reel, it'll be fine. But it's because you chose a different sound, like a sound that's copyrighted, you basically cannot boost any sounds that have copyright. So that specific reel, even though it's viral, you won't be able to boost.
I think it said it gave you an option, like you can choose like a different song, like you can kind of like basically boost it, but it changes your song.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with that, or is it just the overall reel?
I honestly, that's outside of my scope. I honestly have no idea. Like, I don't know if that's the case or not. I've never done that before. Typically speaking, I try to use sounds that aren't copyrighted so that I can boost them. But there are some times that I forget, and then when I go to boost it, I'm like, fuck. So typically speaking, what I would do is if that reel performed really well, then I would boost it. But I also how many views did that reel get?
It's at 1.4 right now.
And how many followers did you get from that reel?
How do you know that?
So if you go on the reel. Yeah, if you go to insights, so go to insights on your reel. Are you on your phone right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so go to insights and then scroll down, and it should tell you how many follows that reel has gotten you.
Okay. So that will give you kind of direction to like basically recommend if you want to boost it or not.
Yeah.
It says 100 follows.
100 follows. So in my opinion, that wouldn't be worth me boosting because 1.4 million and then 100 followers means that like that got seen by 1.4 million and only 100 people chose to follow it. So that wouldn't be the best reel to boost. The best reels to boost was like, let's say you have a reel that hits 10K, but then that reel gets you 200 followers. I would boost the shit out of that. So like a lot of my funny content, like I've been posting a lot more funny content on my page. The funny content goes viral, but then it doesn't get any follows. So that's why I'm only doing funny content for like 1 in every 10 videos now. Unless it's like funny content that relates to my niche, like when I'm holding a sign that's like, guess how much money I make, that's kind of like related to my niche. But other than that, I just won't post as much funny content because even though it gets the views, it doesn't get the follows.
Facts. Okay, yeah. That makes a bunch of sense. And I actually like that about the insights, about the follows. So kind of gave me a little
yeah. So some homework for you, bro, would be to go to your last 20 reels, look at the insights, and then from the insights, see which reel brought in the most followers. And then I would start to double down on that specific style, knowing that you're going to be boosting those reels.
Copy. Okay, cool. Love that. Definitely going to do that. Now, my second question is on community. So I got some great feedback on a question that I had asked in my community was for check-ins, which basically is like, what can we do to create more engagement in the community. And I got some good feedback, but I think a lot of my clients right now currently just reach out to me personally, and I want to get them excited to share wins like in the chat and excited to continue to boost the engagement in our community, because that's what I believe is what's going to keep people longer. So what are some like incentives or ways that you think that we can do that? I think like my team thrives off of challenges, like maybe like a monthly challenge of some sort, but I definitely want to like incentivize them to do something that can just create engagement, because when I do that, it kind of gets people active and more showing up.
So I think it's two things. Number one is I think creating some sort of incentive, like, a weekly challenge or a monthly challenge. And that one of the parameters is to post in the Facebook group 5 times a week, like once a day as you're going to the gym, just post an update. So I think that's a really good parameter to run. But I also think it comes down to expectations and onboarding. So when you onboard clients, letting clients know the clients that get the best results are the ones that engage with the community, ask lots of questions, and are like fully tapped in. If you want to get the best results, then I would recommend that you follow those behaviors so that you get good results like that. So that would be like expectations and onboarding. The third way that I tackle this problem is individually. And so as clients are sharing wins with me individually, I'll literally be like, that's fucking awesome. And I want to celebrate with you and everyone. So can you please take that? I love that. And post in the group so that we can celebrate you as a whole. So it's like
Right.
encouraging them on like a one-on-one basis as well. So I think it's encouraging them one-on-one, it's expectations and onboarding. And I also think you can do some sort of challenge.
Okay. Okay,
Yep.
cool. That's perfect. I'll get some recommendations on maybe some ideas on a challenge, but this is perfect direction.
Cool. I love it, brother. Thanks for
All right,
coming on.
thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, of
Two
course.
back-to-back 10K months is fucking dope, brother. Congratulations.
Thank you. Let's get it.
Let's get it. What up, D? How you doing, brother?
Man, best day of my life. How about you?
So good, brother. How's the momentum? How you feeling?
Great. It's great. And that's actually the question I wanted to ask you. So, this has been probably one of the best months I've had in a long, long time. And I want to go into this next month with the same momentum, energy, everything. And what I've noticed so far, because I've just been like auditing every single thought that fucking comes into my head. What I've been noticing so far is that whenever I have good months like this, the thoughts of fearing if I can keep the momentum going for the next month starts to come in. Obviously, from our prior conversations, what you fear is what you attract, right? So if I fear that, then I'm just going to get more of that, or I'm going to sabotage the momentum. So I wanted to ask you from both a mindset and a tactile perspective. How can I one make sure that I control those thoughts? And I know it's like probably just as simple as like controlling the thoughts, but two, like what else could I do to make sure I just keep this momentum going and 10x in it pretty much? Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah, no, I get it. So let's do tactics first, mindset second. So tactically, what do you think that you did differently this month that you weren't doing the previous month that led to great results, tactically speaking?
Yeah, I think that I was consistent with my CTAs every Monday and every Thursday.
Yep. So that's one. What else?
Uh, I boosted a reel. It was at 20K, or it was at like 25K before I boosted it, and it went to like sent at like 115, 120K, which brought in a lot of followers, leads, all that good stuff.
Yep. Okay. What else? What about your habits and rituals on a daily basis?
Mm, yeah, I didn't miss. I didn't miss, bro.
When you
I
say
like,
you didn't miss, be specific. What exactly did you not miss on?
yeah, I woke up every day at 4, did my morning routine, did all my non-negotiables.
Boom. So listen,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the tactical secret, right?
Okay.
Once you find the blueprint, you just keep fucking running it.
Mm,
I had a call
okay.
with VIP one-on-one coaching call with Patrick Hong. Yes, that was like a week ago. And we made like 2 or 3 small shifts in his business. And he went from booking 10 calls a week to 26 calls in a week. So he came to my next call and he's like, I'm just looking for the next step. I'm like, the next step is to do exactly what the fuck we did last week, this week. Like, to keep doing it. Like, once you got the formula, like once you got the success blueprint, you just run with it. And so right now, you identified what things that you did that got you into momentum. And so momentum is simply an outcome, right? There's cause and effect. Momentum is the effect. Get it? So it's
Yeah.
like, that's what happens. And so if you're focusing on the effect and you're like, I don't want to lose this effect. I don't want to lose this effect. I don't want to lose this momentum. But momentum wasn't just generated out of nowhere. You generated the momentum with some causes, some actions, some things that you were doing. And so if you just maintain the discipline to continue to do all of these things, then you will continue to get the effect of that work, which is momentum. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's like tactically speaking in terms of, how we maintain momentum. Now, let's have a conversation about how mindset plays into this equation, because if you're focusing on the effect, aka the momentum, I'm afraid of losing the momentum. This isn't going to work out for me. I'm like, this is hard. What if I lose this all? And what if all these clients don't want to work with me? All this stuff. And we start thinking thoughts about the momentum that we have, and we start like over analyzing the momentum that we have. What is that going to cause us to do?
Not take action towards the things that we need to do.
Boom. And then when we don't take action towards the things that we're going to do, what are we going to do?
Lose everything that we
Ding.
got.
So it's like, this is where, write this down. When there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do you no harm. That's one of my favorite quotes of all time. And so I try to be my own best friend every day, bro. And what I mean by that is I'm constantly feeding my mind with success motivation. I'm constantly feeding my mind with positive affirmation. I'm constantly talking to myself when I need to talk to myself to get myself in a good place. And like, bro, like right now, me and Cole are fucking going through it. We're going through the ringer. And because we're going through the ringer, I'm more on top of my mindset. Like I'm reading books before bed now. I'm in the middle of the day, I'll listen to success motivation for 30 minutes. Like I'm my own best friend. So I continue to do the actions that gave me momentum in the first place. And I'm also constantly filling my mind with things that keep me in a positive direction so that I can continue to do the things that got me momentum in the first place. So like, this is the game, bro. But like you mastered the game, you did it. And now you just need to keep doing it. And it's normal to feel the effect of like, I don't want to lose this. And also that's where you start like creating other affirmations. Like I'm a fucking beast. Like I don't fucking miss. That's how I feel about myself. Like I don't fucking miss ever. I like have integrity. I have self-responsibility. I have self-respect. I have discipline. I don't fucking miss. And so when I wake up in the morning and my brain says, go back to bed, me knowing who I am, I'm like, get your ass up and fucking go for a run and then jump in that fucking ice bath because I'm in control. I don't fucking miss. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Was that helpful?
Yeah. That was it. I appreciate it.
Cool. Bro, keep doing the thing. You're a night and day difference from the D that I talked to 3 months ago. So continue that because you deserve to be successful.
Man, I agree with that. And I appreciate it. Cause like literally going from struggling to book 5 calls in a week to literally booking 3 calls in a day, like I'm not losing that again.
Yeah.
I'm not losing that shit again.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
yeah,
I love it, bro.
I appreciate it.
Got you. Let's go. Mr. Adam Smith, what's going on, brother? Welcome to
Hey, G, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, man. So I hit the target that you asked me to acquire this month, which was good. So the target was 9, and I hit 12. So it worked out pretty good.
I love that. That's a record-breaking month for the year?
No, but it is for where I've been with my business. So for me, like joining your crew wasn't about hitting 10K because I'd done that multiple times. It was about getting back into that state of mind where I can make 30, 50, and 100K. So
we're on the way up then. I love that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, big win. So my question is, right, you have a community of, for example, the people in the 10K club. There's about 166 people in there at the moment, and they're all paying you a significant amount of money each month to be in that and to be part of your business, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have one-on-one calls with us. You just have group coaching calls like this, and you have a community. So how do I create the same environment for 100 of my clients that I want, that are going to pay me a large amount of money each month, and not have to have one-on-one calls or not have to have continual group check-ins, right? Because you don't talk to us individually every single day, but you do in the community, or you have coaches that do.
Yep.
So I'm trying to bridge the gap from doing this one-on-one coaching in a smaller environment where I can only take on 30, maybe 40 people. So how do I go to a community of 150 people that all pay me a substantial amount of money each month, and I don't have to be so available all the time?
Yep. So I'll plant the seed, but I'll let you know this is literally what the $1 Million Mastermind is, but I'm going to give you the formula. Okay. I'm going to give you the formula. So the reason that I'm able to run the coaching container the way that I run it is because I never sell one-on-one to you guys ever. I'm never like, you get a one-on-one call with me once a week. And so your clients want what you sell them. They want what you sell them. So if you sell them, you get one-on-one with me once a week. We're going to jump on a call. That's what they want. But if you sell them, when you join this community, there's going to be tons of like-minded people just like yourself, and you're going to be introduced to a network of people. There's going to be group coaching calls twice a week where you can jump on and ask me anything, and we'll send your check-ins via email. That is how you will scale. And so the way that the process works in the Million Dollar Mastermind is you basically do what I call group check-ins, which are very similar to how we run Podchats in terms of our clients will show up. If they have questions, they ask. If they don't have questions, they get to learn. And if I was running a fitness coaching company that had a bunch of people that were working 9-to-5 jobs, I would have a group check-in call in the morning and a group check-in call evening. There's two things, right? And then in order to fulfill, because if you're going to have 100 clients and you're doing email check-ins, I would have an assistant coach to help me manage with those email check-ins. So you now, as a figurehead of the business, are selling the transformation with your lifestyle business name. And then when they get supported, they're getting supported by you during the coaching calls. You're also overseeing all the program adjustments and plans. And you've got an assistant coach that helps you manage those check-ins, those emails, those et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. So the next sort of back end question to that is, how do you then build enough authority, because you have a shit ton of authority in the marketplace, like you're Cole, to be able to offer a package or a price, for example, like you offer to us, to be able to get people to buy into it and get people to stay in the community and get people to stay around, because, you know, some clients have been around for 2 or 3 years for you in this 10K community. So it's a substantial amount of money. So how do I do the same thing with, I guess, building either value in myself or building myself into an authority figure to a point where I can then only have to meet these people, for example, once a week?
So that's a great fucking question. And I think it's a longer answer, but I'm going to give it to you. Number one is, like, you need to be the guy in your space. Like the reason that Cole and I are able to do that is, like, we are the guys in the space. Like, we have clients that will leave us, go to other business coaching programs, and then come back 6 months later. They're like, yo, PTOM's the best. I'm like, I know. So we're the guys in the space. And so, like, being willing to be that guy in your space. And I think it honestly starts with like a delusional level of self-confidence. Because when I first started, like, I was not the guy in the space. I was a fucking little guppy. I was a little nobody, but I had this delusional level of self-confidence to say to myself, like, I will be the guy in the space. And through that delusional level of self-confidence, I was able to lead people to be the very best version of themselves. And then I was able to document those stories on my Instagram, and then people wanted to work with me. So I think it starts with literally just being delusional about, like, what you have to offer and believing that you are the guy in the space. That's step number one. Step number two is, it's like, it comes down to self-belief when you're selling it to the prospect. So, like, if you believe that your program is actually that good and you're able to sell the prospect on that idea, then they will not only buy from you, but they'll also be excited to implement, because they'll want to get the results that you're promising. So that's the second thing. The third thing is, you need to sell your coaching business, not you. And so in order to scale, as you scale, it's like when you work with PT Nomination, you not only work with me, but you work with the other coaches. I sell that on the front end. And so on the back end, when they get fulfilled by other coaches, they're not surprised, because that's like in the sales process. So I'm not selling Brian Mark, I'm selling Nomination in the coaching program. And so it's understanding that, like, you're not selling Adam Smith, you're selling the Fat Loss Blueprint. And the Fat Loss Blueprint gets implemented by the people that are in my community.
Okay, perfect. That makes perfect
sense. Helpful?
Thank you. Yeah, massively helpful. I'm just thinking of down the road, because I want to take this to 100K, 150K a month. So I want to start planning with that in mind.
The seed that I'm going to plant is that if you want to grow your business to 100K, it has to be more than a personal brand. It has to be the brand. Think DIY body.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, brother. Much love.
Perfect. Thank you.
Peace. 35K Ray, bro, where have you been? I missed you.
What up, man? Just been traveling all, like, the last 2 months. So
for 35K Ray is back. I like the camera, bro. Is that like a camera, like an HD camera that you connected to your laptop, or how does that work?
Yeah, so I have a Sony FX30. And I just connected it to my laptop.
Yeah, looks dope. Looks great.
Thank you. And a question I have for you is, would you be able to potentially look at, like, the content that I've been making recently and be able to get some feedback on the Instagram Reels? I think what I'm trying to look for is, like, kind of like the little nuances that maybe, like, you can personally point out that could, like, make the content a lot better.
What's your Instagram handle?
Ray Tang Fitness.
I knew it was Raymond Tang. I just didn't know what your Instagram. Ray Tang Fitness.
RAYTANG.
Sorry, my brain is not working as well. There we go. Found it. All right, we're good. And I'm not following you. How rude. All right. Okay, so I'm just gonna. Do you mind if I just scroll through? I'm gonna just share with sound, and then Do you mind if I just scroll through and give you honest feedback?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's see.
Of eating bland food all the time, I want to show you the exact low-calorie sauces if you're on a weight loss journey to get. Up first on the list is sriracha chili sauce. These are 5 calories in each serving. Sugar-free ketchup, 5 calories in each serving. Frank's Red Hot Wings. If you're tired of eating bland food all the time, I want to show you the exact low-calorie sauces if you're on a weight loss journey to get. Up first on the list, if you're a big snacker, but at the same time you're on a weight loss journey, I'm going to show you the exact. If you have an air fryer at home and you are on a weight loss journey, if you're on a weight loss journey, these are the best snacks to pick up if you're grocery shopping at Aldi. First thing up on the list, if you're on a weight loss journey, these are the best.
Okay, I want to see. So I'm getting an overall feel. Stop.
If you have an air fryer at home and you are on a weight loss journey, pick up these exact items to make your life so much easier. Pick yourself.
So that one had 8K. Did he boost that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Getting in my protein intake is just so hard. But luckily for you,
I have a question. Why are you not getting someone else to film you?
Because I don't have anyone to film me.
Okay. Can you bring a tripod to the grocery store?
I can.
I think that what I'm feeling from the videos, from the initial impression, is because you don't have someone filming you, you don't look professional.
Oh, I see.
So you look like a bro in a grocery store. That's like the vibe that I get, because the actual substance of the content itself, I think, is great.
if you're tired of eating bland food all the time,
I think we might be able to, like,
if you're tired of eating bland food all the time, I want to show you the exact low-calorie sauces if you're on a.
I think that hook is better by being like, steal these low-calorie sauces from the grocery store. And no, I don't mean steal, but check this out, man. I think that the hook almost was like a little bit too long.
If you're a big snacker, but at the same time you're on a weight loss journey, I'm going to show you the exact snacks to pick up if you're shopping at Walmart.
You need to get to your hook faster.
Yeah.
Too long to get to the hook, right? I'm going to count.
Yeah.
If you have an air fryer at home and you are on a weight loss journey, pick up these exact items to make your life so much easier. Pick yourself up a value.
7 seconds before you get into the value. So like,
how long would you recommend it? Like three to 4?
you fucking bitch slap them and get straight into it. Let's see if I can find an example. Where is it? Let's find an example.
If I woke up with 0 followers and I had to get to 10,000 followers in the next 90 days, here's exactly what I would do. And if you're wondering about my credibility,
Let's see. What about this one?
steal this Instagram post to attract 50 plus inbound leads. It's called an.
Boom. So like 4 seconds. That's what the video is about. So like,
Gotcha. So just
1
go
to 3,
straight into it.
like straight into it. Like the people that watch this video, it's like within 3 seconds, they know why they're here and they know why they're watching.
Like for my videos right now, like I'm saying, if you're on a weight loss journey or if you're on a fat loss journey.
But you can put that in the title.
Okay. So just put that in the title and just get straight into it.
Yeah. So it's funny because I think one of the vibe that I get from your content is this. I don't know if you're pulling inspo from this, but
who doesn't love desserts? If you love desserts and you're on a weight loss journey, these are the best desserts.
But he's also getting someone to film him. So that's the difference, right? Because you're like, my video script is very similar. You're right. But he's getting someone to film him. So it looks professional.
Eating too much of these healthy foods is. If you have belly fat and you love shopping at.
But notice he's almost a lot more direct with his hook.
Eating too much of these healthy foods is.
He's eating it, right? So like if you're eating a bland chicken breast, you sick of eating this nasty food. Like you need to get these low calorie sauces.
If you have belly fat,
boom, 3 seconds. Within 3 seconds, you know why the fuck you're watching this video.
Del Taco, your favorite guilty pleasure. Someone told you.
You're right. So it's like within 3 seconds. Whereas like it's almost like it takes too long for you to get to the point. So I would try to get to the point a lot faster.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
Piece of feedback number 1 is get to the point a lot faster in your hooks. Piece of feedback number 2 is make it look like someone's filming you or set up a tripod in the grocery store. What city do you live in?
I'm in Chicago.
Is there anybody in Chicago in the 10K Mastermind or anybody that you know?
I think there's one guy. I think his name's Jacob.
Yeah, I would see if you could reach out to anybody that's in the 10K Mastermind or anybody in the CLA that want to film that's in Chicago.
Okay.
And you guys can film each other. Everybody wins.
Awesome.
If you can't do that, I would have a tripod.
Just have a tripod. Would I just set it up on like my like my cart.
You could set it up on your cart. You could also like bring a standing tripod and you could put it down and then you could talk and then you could move the tripod, talk again, move the tripod, talk again.
Okay, gotcha. I'll probably try to do that and then try to find someone to film me. Maybe I can get like my cousins or something and pay them.
Cool. Love it.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome, brother. Much love. What's up, Sammy?
Hey, how you going?
So good. How are you?
I'm good.
You had a record-breaking month, didn't you?
I was just about to say that I actually just checked my mood, and so I ended up at 8.5K, which is sick. Last month was 7.8.
I love that.
So yay. And then like the month before that was less. So like literally have just been adding every month, which is really cool. And we didn't have any paid in fulls or anything this month. It's literally just all the reoccurring from last month. It's just
So cool. That's so cool.
added up. Yeah, which is really, really cool. So I want to keep that momentum going. This month on signing new clients has been slow, but we've talked about it. It's fine. I had like a redonkulous amount of people last month. So it's all good. And so my question is about getting like an editor for my content. I actually do enjoy editing my videos. Like I don't dislike it by any means, but it takes so bloody long. And so I'm thinking that it would be good to get an editor, and I have talked to people about it. And I know Pat Hong did like a bit of a post about it as well. But getting someone from like Fiverr, but I tried to look into it and then I kind of freaked out and just got a bit overwhelmed and just didn't know what to look for. And I was like, do I do it from Fiverr or whatever those things are, or do I try and find just a person? I would love your input, please.
Yeah. So when my first ever video editor that I found, I did find on Fiverr. And so the way that I found them is I found people that looked legit. And then I hired 3 people and I gave them all the same video. And I told them what style of video that I'd like them to basically emulate. And I gave them all the same video. And the person that had the best video is the one that I hired. So you might have to pay like $50 a video to 3 people, but then the person that gets you the best video, you basically offer them a job. So that's what I did. And that's where I'd start. You also might be able to find a video editor on your Instagram just by posting and being like, hey, I'm looking for somebody to edit my fitness content. If that's you, shoot me a DM and let me know what you can do. So I don't think finding a video editor will be very hard at all, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I would start with Fiverr. And if you can't find one from Fiverr, then we can go to your Instagram. But I almost guarantee that you'll be able to find one on Fiverr.
Yeah. How do you like? I think it's just there's so many. I'm like, I don't know whether just to go for the best rating or do I go for one with like a decent price or like what is even like a decent price as well?
I think it's like it depends on the rating and the price. I would say like anywhere from $25 to $50 a video would make sense. So
Oh wow.
I'd be looking for that price range. And then I'd be looking for the best rating on that price range. So I wouldn't be going any higher than $50 a video, in my opinion. It's just not worth it. You could just do it yourself. But I'd be going $25 to $50 a video. And then I'd be looking for the ratings in that price range. And I'd be choosing the best rating in that price range.
Okay. And then so if it's like $25 or $50 a video, say, and then if you were like to hire them, will it consistently be like that? Or does it tend to be like, if I give you this many videos, you're going to batch edit them all and it ends up being like a different system?
Yeah. Typically speaking, it would be like if they're doing more than one for you, then there would be like a little bit of a deal that would be associated. But yeah, you would start out with $25 to $50 a video.
I think that's the bit that I'm like, I get like you gotta pay people to do stuff, but I'm like, oh, it's so much money.
You want my opinion?
Yeah.
You're editing videos right now and you don't mind it. I would keep doing it. I would just keep your profits in your pocket. Once you're over $10,000 a month, then you can start looking at hiring, but I wouldn't do it right now if I were you.
Okay. I'm feeling like I'm like, do I do it for the time back? But I like doing it, and I'm struggling to want to justify to spend money. But
yeah, and
like,
that's the thing is, if I like doing something, I don't outsource it.
Yeah.
You like doing it, so that wouldn't be the thing that I would outsource anyways.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd be trying to outsource something that you did not like, but we don't even need to talk about that. I would get over 10K, and then we could talk about outsourcing.
Yeah. No, definitely. I couldn't even really tell you what I dislike. I don't really think there's too much, to be honest. Sales calls, but that's just not anything that you can outsource for a long time. I think I'm just like, I guess I've been kind of experiencing a little bit of like that same like fear of failure and can I keep up with the momentum, and like even just foreseeing like if I keep growing, like how am I going to manage like work, studying, like and my business. But my business is my priority, and I've been really putting like I'm just lucky at the moment that my PhD work is quite slow at the moment, just based on where we're at with it. So I'm just really nervous for when that picks back up again, how I'm going to manage everything. So I think I'm just like overthinking things in advance.
I agree. I think this is the thing, you don't know until you know. So I wouldn't be stressed about it. There's no point in overthinking it.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. Okay. I think I'll potentially slowly look into maybe just testing the waters with Fiverr, but I think I'm pretty happy then in that case.
Cool. Love it.
Okay. That was all. Nice and easy
Congratulations on
one.
8.5K. You're awesome.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Mr. Raul Diaz, what's up, brother?
What's going on, Brian? How are you, bro?
I'm doing fantastic. G, how are you?
Doing good, man. So last week I had 2 calls where I had a difficult time overcoming an objection, and I feel like I have a pretty like easy time overcoming like the money, the wife, and I need to think about it. But I had 2 calls last week where the prospect didn't have their card on them, and I couldn't tell them, oh, you do have your card. Are you lying to me? So I guess, like, what would you recommend for those cases when they tell you that they don't have a card or they need to go grab it from somewhere? I did try giving them the option that, well, okay, we can put you on hold, and if this is important for you, we can get you set up today. I can put you on hold. You can grab your card, but they don't get past that. They just tell me that they don't have a card, that they need to go get it. That we need to reschedule the call. So what would you recommend? Like, what would you advise on that?
Did you book a follow-up call on that call?
Yes, I did. Yeah, and then on the follow-up call, then I had one no-show and the other one showed up, but they said that they didn't want to do it. They didn't want to move forward.
Okay. So if they say they don't have their card, that sounds to me like a financial objection. So I think that if I have that instance, because like, correct me if you're in the United States, right?
Right.
So the next thing that I'd say, be like, that's totally cool. You have PayPal?
Yeah, I that's what I tried. I tried PayPal's,
Venmo?
Zelle, or Venmo. Yeah, I tried it, and they said they didn't have it. And I guess, yeah, you're right. Maybe it's just a mental block, or they don't want to move forward.
It's definitely a mental block, and it's definitely that they don't want to move forward. So there's something that we're not doing on that call to get them to want to take action right now. So if I am thinking about what it is on this call, I haven't listened to your call, so I don't know. But in the script and when you're going through the call, what are you doing to create urgency?
To create urgency, like, why do you need to take action now? Why is this important for you now? How long have we been struggling?
Yeah.
Just those type of questions.
Do you play devil's advocate?
Devil's advocate, yeah. So I give them the example, like, well, what if we go another year, another 2 years, you're still in the same place, or maybe you even gain some weight, and then they even tell me, oh yeah, I would feel horrible, I would feel defeated. These type of answers.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So when you get to the end of the call, if you're doing all those things on the call, that means you're doing everything right. And so when you get to the end of the call, if they do have that objection that they don't have the card on them and they just can't find it, blah, 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 I would agree with them. And then I'd be like, okay, cool. So just so I'm super clear, like, how is this investment for you financially? Is this within the budget, outside of your budget? Like, talk to me about like how you're feeling about this financially, because I want to make sure that you're making the right decision, and I want to make sure that this is actually going to be right for you. So it's almost like I would agree with them, and then I would just circle back to the financial, because I 99.9% sure it's a financial objection for the most part. Now, there is obviously the unicorns where they actually don't have the card on them, and then they will pay you later. But like, bro, write this down. Buyers are liars. Okay. Buyers are liars, bro. Buyers are liars. All right. Buyers are liars. They'll say whatever they fucking can in the moment to get off the phone with you. Nobody wants to hand you their cash. Okay? That's not how it works. Nobody wants to like willingly fork over their hard-earned money. It just doesn't work like that. Buyers are liars. So if I'm on that call, I will almost agree with them. Okay, totally makes sense. And then I'll circle back. So just to be clear, like, financially speaking, does this feel like the right move for you? Is a little bit too much? Like, talk to me about where your budget's at right now. And then when they say blah, 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 then I would recircle back to their pain, because I'd be like, I know that you mentioned that you've been struggling with this for the last 3 years, and you don't want to struggle with this for like 3 years longer. So like, if we were able to help you lose 20 pounds in the next 16 weeks, would that investment be worth it? Okay, great. So like, what are you thinking? Are you leaning more towards the monthly or more towards the paid in full? And then I'd be circling back to close again. But I almost think that like, when you get into an instance, Raul, where you're like discussing with them the logistics of finding their card, you're then arguing logic with logic. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
They're like, I don't have my card. And you're like, okay, great. Do you have Zelle? And they're like, no, I don't. You're like, okay, great. Do you have PayPal? They're like, no, I don't. You're like, okay, great. Like, is there another card you can use? And they're like, no. And we're just like back and forth, logic. Whereas I would rather they say, I don't have my card. Okay, like totally makes sense. And just so we're on the same page, like financially speaking, how does this feel as an investment for you? Does this feel like a right move for you right now? Does this feel like not a right move? Like, how are you kind of feeling financially? And okay, so it's within the budget. That makes sense. And like, I know that you mentioned that you've been struggling with this for the last 3 years and that you really wanted to lose a weight. So let me ask you, if we were able to help you lose 20 pounds in the next 16 weeks, would the investment be worth it? It would. Okay, great. Now I'll circle back and close again. Because now I'm like not arguing logic with logic. I'm like reminding them of the emotions and then circling back to close.
Okay, that's good.
Make sense?
Makes
I try not to
sense.
sit in logic for too long on any sales call. And if I'm in logic for too long, I circle back to emotion. Because people don't buy based off of logic, they buy based off of emotion. And so if we're in the objection phase of the call and we're going back and forth about payment arrangements, I'll circle back to emotion, reaffirm them this is a great decision, go back for the close again.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Is that helpful?
Yeah, super helpful.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask another question regarding my content?
Of course, brother.
Yeah, just to if you want to do a quick audit on my content, I've been kind of experimenting with a few videos, and I want to get your feedback on them.
Yep, absolutely. Let me see.
So my username is Raul Diaz Fit. I'll put in the chat.
And wasn't following you either. How rude. You look so young in this photo, bro.
Yeah, that was a couple months ago. Should I update it?
Crazy. No, you look super young here. It's wild.
Yeah.
All right. So you're experimenting with some videos here?
Yes. So
I want to make sure
I guess
share with sound.
I did my first reaction video. That was my latest one. And then I tried the board. I tried eating out. So I guess like the first 6 or 7.
Yeah.
If you want to kind of like
Let's
see
see.
what the
Don't be fooled by all of the marketing on these protein products. These companies are trying to trick you on the front of their packages. Look at this, 30 grams of protein and 1 gram of sugar. But when you look at the ingredients, it has low quality milk, artificial flavors, and artificial sweeteners. As a matter of fact, this entire wall is complete garbage. Trash.
Videos like this cause a lot of fear and confusion with what to eat. All the products and ingredients they mention are perfectly fine to eat, especially in moderation. And yes, they are processed, but they have to be for your convenience. You would have to eat some chicken and veggies to get similar macronutrients, but we can't always have chicken and veggies, especially on a busy workday. As long as most of your eating doesn't come from processed foods, you can have these type of products like protein bars, protein shakes. They are not trash. They make your life easier.
I love this style of video. I think you should get to the point of his video and then get to your talk.
Don't be fooled by all of the marketing on these protein products. These companies are trying to trick you on the front of their packages. Look at this, 30 grams of protein and 1 gram of sugar. But when you look at the ingredients, it has low quality milk, artificial flavors, and artificial sweeteners. As a matter of fact, this entire wall is complete garbage.
I completely disagree with that statement. And then I'm like into the video. I think
Trash.
Yeah, so I think that maybe a little bit faster on the initial cut. I think that when you're going to do the video, I would do the half and half format. Jeremy Lee Minor does this. I was doing video and video and they weren't performing as well. And then I tried the half and half format and they feel a lot better and they're easier to watch. So when I say half and half format, let's see if he has one on his page. I did one recently, actually. We'll go to mine. Half and half format looks like this. Right here.
Talk about words that lower status in your prospect's brain.
See that? It's the half and half format. Half me, half the video. So I would do a half and half format.
Saying stuff like this. Jamie,
I really like your reaction though. So I think your reaction is good. It positions you as an authority. I would almost argue that if you're going to do videos about that, calling out people in regards to nutrition, I would be in a setting that says this is a nutrition video, AKA where would you be?
The store.
The store or
the kitchen.
Boom. Right. So
yeah.
I would try to make the video match the mood. Let's see this.
Don't get discouraged from not seeing results. The worst thing that you can do is quit on your goal. You might be doing something wrong, and I know it takes courage to accept that. Make a change to do things correctly, get help from someone to achieve your goal, then you will make the progress to be in your best shape.
All right.
Next time you're at Calva, get this exact order with 50 grams of protein. You're probably adding all the dips and dressings to your bowl that are only making you gain weight.
So I don't know. So in this video,
next time you're at Calva, get this exact order with 50 grams of protein. You're probably adding all the...
You almost give it away before the video starts. I wouldn't give it away before the video starts. So I also think that
next time you're at Calva, get this exact order with...
Don't do videos, always do better than how-to videos. So I'd be like, a lot of you guys order the wrong shit at Cava that ends up with tons of extra calories with all the sauces. And I'm going to give you the exact order that's going to help you lose body fat and gain lean muscle. because you're telling me how to, and that's good, but don't do videos are better than how to video. So
Okay.
all y'all are eating all the sauces and the oils and shit at this restaurant. I'm going to give you the exact fat loss recipe that you should get the next time you go to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So start off with what they're doing wrong.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Or call out a pain point in the first 3 seconds. So an example is you remember Trent's videos where he's like, if you got belly fat and you're in the grocery store and you're looking for snacks, check this out. So either tell them what they're doing wrong in the first 3 seconds or be specific with the pain point that they're experiencing so that they want to watch the video. Is that helpful?
Yeah, that's helpful. That's helpful, yeah.
Bad fitness advice not to pay attention to.
I love that. That's fucking fire.
Number 1, stop doing more cardio than lifting. Number 2 is to not cut out carbs. You need them for energy. Number 3, stop believing that there are foods or pills to lose weight. What's one bad piece of advice you've been given?
That's a fucking great video. Did you get
I did. I got the idea
Damn.
from yours.
That's fucking great. That's the fist bump. That's good shit. I like that. Well done. So can I give you feedback on how to make it better?
Yeah, definitely.
Bad fitness advice not to pay attention to.
I would be eating the donut while I'm saying that. It's more like controversial. And then close up of you fucking chomping the donut. Bad fitness advice to avoid you chomping the fucking donut. That's the hook. So I got to make it more like, so it starts with you and then it cuts to fucking you chomping on the donut.
Number 1, stop doing more cardio than lifting.
Yeah, start doing more. That's great. Yeah. Number 2. So number 2, again, in number 2, I'm eating the donut as I'm fucking talking. And I'm talking with my mouth full and I'm like pissing people off on purpose. Like, I want my comment sections to be like, you're fucking, close your mouth.
Number 2 is to not cut out carbs.
Number 2,
eat them for
not
energy.
cut out carbs. You need to eat them
Number
for energy.
3,
So you're like talking while you're eating the donut.
stop believing that there are foods or
So like, again, stop believing there are foods or pills for weight loss. So I would show the fucking skinny tea, show the other thing, throw them in the garbage, make it more dramatic.
pills to lose weight. What's one bad piece of
And another thing, bro, is you notice that second that it took for you to throw that in the garbage, then transition. I'm gonna show you. It's
bad fitness advice not to pay attention to.
That's a great cut. Not to pay attention to. You're into the next scene already.
Number 1, stop doing more cardio than lifting. Number 2 is to not
That's a great cut as well. It's like fucking bam, bam.
cut out carbs. You need them for energy.
So like that second is wasted because you should have been eating that donut while you were talking. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
This is the little shit that makes videos go viral versus 3,000 views. Then next part, I'm going to give you feedback on.
Number 3, stop believing that there are foods or pills to lose weight.
That took a full fucking second. You see that? There's way too much. As soon as it was in the trash, you're cutting to the next scene and you're talking.
What's one bad piece of advice you've been given?
I also want you to start adding slow zooms and jump cuts to your videos. I'm going to show you a video on my page that I was actually pissed off and I made my video editors re-edit a bunch of shit because I want you to watch this video and tell me if it looks interesting. I'm going to turn off the sound. Tell me if it looks interesting. Be honest.
Not really so far.
Not really. Exactly. Why?
It's just you talking, no changes of scene or anything.
Exactly. Let's watch this video without sound.
That one has a little more jump cut. Well, it has
Right? You get it? I'm moving around.
Yeah.
The slow zooms, jump cuts. Same thing here. So I'm like, the camera's moving as well, right? Camera's following me. So like, if you watch that, and I just want to watch a video without sound to really show you, to illustrate like because if I watch your video without sound, I do know what it's about, which is great. So that's a good job. This is another really good test that you guys can do. Go watch your videos without sound. Do I know what you're talking about? But notice how there's not really much happening. I want you fucking jumping in, like zooming in, show me shit. The rule is every 1.5 to 3 seconds, something happens in the video. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, let's see. This one popped. Did you boost this one or no?
With the Canes one, no, I didn't. That one was organic.
That's fucking great. You got some great numbers, bro. I think you're about to have a viral video. You keep doing this shit.
Did you know that Canes has a secret menu for weight loss?
Boom. Yes. That fucking hook. Bam. That's fucking fire. What's the secret menu? I want to find out. That's a fire fucking hook. I want to see that compared to.
Did you know that Jersey Mike's has protein bowls to get lean?
Let's see. But like, look at this.
Did you know that Canes has a secret menu for weight loss? Did you know that Jersey Mike's has protein bowls to get lean?
Notice? Did you see the difference?
It's a little bit slower, right?
Nope. Anybody else notice the difference between these two videos?
Did you know that Canes has a secret menu for weight loss? Did you know that Jersey Mike's has protein bowls to get lean?
Tell me you heard what you were saying.
Oh, I said it was a different keyword. Instead of weight loss,
Ding.
I said lean.
Boom. Get lean. But the weight loss
Mm.
one fucking popped. So if I'm paying attention to your videos, I'm like, I'm going to use the word weight loss because clearly that performed well.
You guys have to try this Ono Hawaiian meal with 60 grams of protein.
There's no pain point. There's no, get it? Get what I'm saying here?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Eat this at Burger King to get lean while eating out.
Eat this at Burger King. Eat this at Burger King to get lean, or eat this at Burger King to lose weight. That's a very fucking interesting hook. I'm interested.
Yeah.
What are you going to teach me?
You know you'll end up at a Taco Bell drive-thru after a busy workday, so might as well grab something that will help you on your fat loss journey.
Right? Long, way too long. If you're on a fat loss journey, you stop at Taco Bell, eat this.
Yeah.
Eat this at Subway to get lean while eating out. I'm on day 9 of.
Okay, cool. You get the idea. You're on the right path.
Yeah.
You're on the right path. You got some really fucking good content, bro. Like the fundamentals are dialed in. Now it's about making sure that we do these little small changes. You're this close to going viral. I can fucking feel it right here.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, that was really helpful.
Once it happens once, bro, it's going to happen over and over and over again. So buckle up. You're this close. Keep going.
Yes. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, brother. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
What's up, Coach Nat? Welcome to the 10K Mastermind. How are you?
What's going on? All right. So I caught my PT Dom virginity a week ago. I've been in the program a week, and I wanted to kind of give you the rundown of what I've been doing. And I just want to know if I'm going in the right direction with things.
Yep.
So when I had signed up, I already had content scheduled out. I was doing 1 post a day, 7 days a week. I had about like 2-3 weeks of content already scheduled out. So I basically moved it up forward so I can do 2 posts a day.
Yep.
And then I went and I analyzed and I tried to find my average views, and I picked my best performing, my top 10. And then I'm planning to remake those top 10 with the shit I've learned from the program so far. I had joined on a Friday. On that Sunday, I did that CTA Sunday thing, call out situation, and I got about 25 leads from that. So I was like, okay, this shit works. So like that part was cool. Where I think I fucked up a little bit was I'm just kind of like getting used to selling on DM, and I had to just wrap my perspective that it's the same shit that I was doing on text. I'm just doing it in DM.
Yeah. Pause.
And then
but you can use the DMs to book a phone call. You know that, right?
Yeah. So I've been doing that, and so it's just a mental block in my head around that. And so I think I've worked through that. I haven't closed anything, and I think part of that is because when I was doing paid ads, I was used to like selling harder.
Yeah.
And now that I'm doing organic, my thought is like organic leads are more nurtured because they've seen your shit, they know you, like be a softer sell.
Yeah.
But I want to be like, bullshit, 3 weeks, you're gonna be fatter. So let's just get started today. Like I'm feeling like that urge to like want to sell hard, but then I feel like I shouldn't be selling so hard, and I think it's costing me sales.
I think you should fucking say what's on your mind. What do you mean? Just because someone's a warm organic lead doesn't mean you shouldn't say what's on your mind. You know what I mean? So it's like you're on the phone with somebody and they're giving you a bullshit excuse. I think you should tell them the fucking truth. Not in a rude way, but like say what's on your mind. The only reason I think you have a block right now is because it's just a different system. But it's the same, but it's easier because they're warmer. It's the same system though. So I would take what you've learned from selling paid ads and I would apply that to organic. And I promise you're going to fucking close. Absolutely promise you. So first things first is you're on track. That's the good news, is you are on track. Second thing is if I had your business, I would be spending every last ounce of my energy mastering that DM script so that I can book as many calls as possible so I could close deals. So that'll be the second thing. The third thing is you've got the right idea with doubling down on your most viral content. Another thing that I would do if I were you, Nat, is I would find 3 creators that are creating high level content for your niche, and I'd be stealing content ideas off of those people. So you've got the idea with your own videos. I would also find 3 creators that I could take inspiration from and then make my own videos based off of what they're saying. Their most viral subjects.
Okay. I have a question on the DM script.
Yep.
So prior to me blowing up my old business, I was doing lead nurture through essentially AI.
Yep.
So like the lead would opt in, and then my AI would qualify them and then offer the call. So I turned off that bot because I wanted to get in there and get the reps and kind of see the nuances of it. But at this point, I have about 50 clients. I'm at 9,000 a month. I have 1 part-time. I have 1 assistant coach. And so at this rate, should I turn the AI back on and let it do its fucking thing? Or, because I mean, I don't pay the AI. The AI is free. If I pay my assistant, then I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Okay. If those are you don't want to do it, you don't want to pay your assistant, then I would turn it on. Because it's like, I personally think it's good to learn the skill. If you want my honest opinion, like, I think it's good to learn the skill, but I also know that you're a smart business owner and you built your business to 7 figures and you're not interested in doing work that you don't want to do. So if I had your business and I didn't like doing it, I would outsource it simply because of that. Like, I don't do anything I don't want to do. It's my fucking business. So I would turn the AI on and I would see if it actually books calls. And if it books calls, then fucking keep doing what you're doing.
Okay, cool. I'm just anxious to get my first close from the program.
You got it. It's happening this week. I have a question about the AI. Does it work with ManyChat and does it work in your Instagram DMs?
Yes.
Okay. Then if you do the AI and it books you calls and it qualifies people, can you program it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. We'll program it with a DM script and then fucking watch it work its magic.
Yeah. I had to make it gay because at first I got it was really straight, and I had to like gay it up a little bit and give it a little flair, and then it like got the brand voice on luck.
If that works, fucking keep doing it, and then you can just focus on closing deals.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
All right. Thank you.
If you need anything else, shoot me a message. Let me know. Okay, I want to make sure that you get your first sale this week.
Appreciate it.
Much love. All right, y'all. That's it. That's all. It's funny. At first, there was only a few questions. So I was like, man, maybe this is going to be a shorter Podchats, but I'm glad y'all came through and I'm glad y'all had lots of great questions. I also think it was really useful that we went through Raul's content for as long as we did. Who got value from that Raul audit? Just taking a look. Playing the sound without video. Playing the sound. What the fuck? You guys know what I'm saying. Playing the video without sound, I think, is really a really useful thing to decipher whether or not your content's on point. Because if I can't understand what your content's about where there's no sound, then we need to work on that. So Raul, thanks for coming up, bro. That was awesome. I hope you guys have the best day ever. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's podcast. Devon, that was cute, bro. I saw that. And I'll talk to you guys in the next podcast episode. All right. Peace and love. I'll see you guys at the event too. Let's go. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.